sun, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy?
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Alright, so today is June 16, 2021, and it's 2:14 a.m. So yesterday I didn't record anything. I took a break. I really did took a break. I went for a walk in the morning. I did a little bit of recording while I was walking, things that was going on in my mind. I recorded it. I probably will share them with you in on another video. And when I got back home, I think I took 4 hours walking. And then after I did my walking, I went to buy the thing that I wanted to buy on Sunday for my hair. And when I got home, it was time for me to make lunch for the family. And afterward, took a shower, took a nap. And when I got up, my son, my youngest, he did his work. All of his work were already done. So we submitted, and then we went for another walk. I took my youngest for a walk since everything was done. So it's like the end of the school year, so there wasn't that much work for him to do. So I took him out for a walk, his choice, where he wanted to go. So we went back to the same park. So it was nice, and we had a little bit talk. And by the way, today is his birthday. Yep, today is his birthday. He's just turned 9. All this time, oh my God, I'm a horrible mother. All this time I thought he was 9. He just turned 9. All this time he was 8. My goodness, this kid is so, smart beyond his years. But sometimes he does some silly stuff. Obviously, he's a child. But in my mind, I always thought he was 9. And today would have been 10, but nope, he just turned 9. Alright, so you see my subscribers number is going down. All right, this past couple of days, it keeps on going down. I wrote something on Twitter regarding that, and yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, so 1,100 subscribers. All right, so Twitter. I saw this. Oh, it just refreshed. All right, let's see this. I already liked it, so I could always go back to it. All right, this is Mia. My kids are two different. Wow, my kids. Okay, that's not the squad, so let's not talk about it. Okay, great read. Thanks do much for this. What is that? I hope the monarchy is aware that they are hurting themselves by targeting Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So what's going on? That just happened a minute ago. Somebody retweeted it. Let's see. I did bookmark some stuff yesterday, so it's a read. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Surely one will think they will stop digging their own graves. Happy Birthday Friday. Emir 7. Alright, so this is something I'll have to go on my own. Where's the thing that I liked? Alright, what is this now? 7 hours ago. Same story, different people, years apart. Think about that. I'm probably gonna be flagged for this. Where is this coming from? 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Of falling out with, for instance, Murdoch, because at that time you still probably thought he could get you elected. But more importantly, this is the sinister business. There's an individual threat going on. MPs were terrified individually of taking on any of the tabloids, but especially anything from News International. I mean, the prime example being when there was the Culture and whatever it is Select Committee in 2003, no, it was the later one, I think, 2006-9, when they tried to bring Rebecca Brooks in to see them, and she refused, and they asked again, and she refused, and they kept asking, and finally the message got through to the Select Committee, if you make me come, I will destroy your personal lives. And they backed off, terrified. And that's what MPs have been. They've been, on an individual basis, absolutely terrified. It was, after all, Chris Bryant at that same Select Committee who asked Rebecca Brooks the question, have you ever paid the police? And when she made her terrible gaffe and said yes. And 6 months later, what happens? Chris Bryant is outed by The Sun as being gay. You know, this is a protection racket, and it should not be called anything else. And these are supposed to be our lawmakers.
Okay.
There's 2 comment under this. All right, wow, that speaks volume. Yeah, some of the thing that what's this actor, oh shit, I can't remember his name. I pointed out a couple days ago the guy who was gay, they turn on him and stuff like that. So I have an idea what he's talking about. So these are things that I sort of highlight in some of my videos. I probably will play him instead of his part, because I know I've been flagged by his videos before. Alright. Oh. Alright. This one I saw it, I bookmarked it before, but let's see. It's 30 seconds. The Brits MSM are a laughing stock. Okay, this is exactly what the British media sounds for most Americans. Let's see, 30 seconds.
Either she made Kate cry or Kate made her cry over flower girl dresses. And then she made her staff work. And now she actually got married on this day, but she said she got married on that day. Well, that's it. That's it. That is the smoking gun. I mean, what else can we say that would make Meghan Markle a worse person? Get out of here. These little it's dumb. Bring us something real. Then we can all get crunk about it. Either she made Kate cry or Kate made her cry over.
That is true. That is true. Alright, let's see what else. I thought that was a video. Alright, this I'm skipping. I don't know what this is. Alright, let's see here. Hello, this is Pagan Trelawney. Hello all, this might be a long thread, but I hope you will allow me a moment of your time to share some things. As some of you know, I didn't even have Twitter before I started to defend Harry and Meghan. I've been into the social media and I didn't even know fandom existed. Alright, so let's go here. I think I bookmarked this also, but it's coming on my homepage, so let's just do it. Alright, I was only ever here to fight against what I saw as injustice, only to discover that there were thousands of other individuals with the same intention, and through shared passion, those individuals became a community. It doesn't matter if you apply the squad label or not, we are still a community. That is very true. I told you guys, I had my Twitter account, it was just sitting there collecting dust. And then when I saw the things that were going on, and I went on Twitter to find out who else saw the same thing that I was seeing. And long and behold, I came across, it could have been the first person I came across was either Michelle or Tina or something like that. I told you the issues that I had, because I think I was angry at that time when I come across either Michelle or Tina's tweet, and then I posted something and I tagged what's his name, tagged Omid, and then Tina was like, you didn't see me put Omid into the tag, can you please delete the tag? And I was like, no, I'm gonna tweet what I wanted. But yeah, it is to that, we all came for the same thing. All right, and I didn't even know how Twitter worked. Even though I had the account, I never really focused on it. I think my pure entertainment thing was after I knew I created on Twitter, after I knew what I was gonna do with my channel, and then I created a Twitter account. But my personal account was always there, but never really touched it. Okay, let me read. Okay, where is it? All right. Or not, we are still a community, and like all groups, there will be healthy collaboration, but there will also be dysfunction. Okay, two words that keep coming up are cliques and hierarchies, and what I understand by that is that some people feel excluded or don't feel heard. There isn't a quick fix for that. Okay, but we can always listen to each other. So in light of that, okay, at to the chick. Okay, she tagged somebody. Okay, I defend strong women, believe that Black Lives Matter, and support Meghan and Harry. I'm kind, but I take no shit. I will block you. All right, so she tagged this person. And I have decided to host a special space dedicated to the Sussex squad, where people can hopefully feel heard. This will not be a space for finger pointing or recrimination, but rather a space for suggestion and advice. All right. If you would like to contribute to the conversation, please send me a DM, as we would like a space where not only more dominant voices speak, so we would like to plan it out and give everyone that interesting their platform. Why is this important to me? I'm not a group person, but I've been humbled by the incredible things this squad has achieved, but has gone over and beyond stand culture, in my opinion. I'm inspired daily by the words of action of the people I've met online, but I also know that we don't exist in a vacuum, and there are those that will exploit any minor issues for their own ends. Hopefully, this space will be a chance for us to reconnect and refresh our minds about why we are here in the first place. I understand it's not for everyone, but everyone is invited. Look forward to hearing from you. Always love. I remember when I was camping 2 weeks ago on Saturday, and while I was walking around the lake, and I went on Twitter just checking, and then I went on Twitter. It says something about it invite me to go to something on Twitter, and it was the squad that were having a discussion. So I ended up going around the lake twice because I was listening to them. Yeah, I didn't say anything myself, but I was just listening. It was very healthy conversation, I have to say. All right, let's see here. Thank you so much. What a great idea. I am so bad at tech, but we'll try to figure it out. Please DM me. Love to all fellow squaddies who are warriors for justice. Yeah, everybody's doing their part whichever way they feel like they can. And yesterday when I was walking, actually, there was something on one of my comments. Someone said something, and I stopped and to respond to them. I don't know what was the thing about. Oh, I think it was the video that was playing at the time. I believe it says something about some survey that happened in the UK, and that person was like, I'm in the UK, I don't remember seeing this survey. And I was like, I'm glad you responded to show your voice, because you know, it brings perspective for people like me from the outside, to understand what's sort of going on. Okay, I don't want to spend time looking for it, but it's somewhere in one of the comment section. All right, this plantation needs to be over. Okay, what is going on? That's still within the comment. It's a beautiful idea. Okay, I really want to join, but I just can't figure out how to use the space. I joined the one at Tudor Chick 501 host, and I don't hear a thing. I will still join, even though I will hear I would hear anything. All right, I have had tech issue too. It's still a little buggy. Maybe try different device. Also, I noticed that when I'm named a speaker, I heard was it better? Okay, we'll try different device. Thanks. Okay, so that's just that. All right, I don't want to spend too much on this. Let me go on the thing that I saw a few minutes ago. This one, I saw it on my homepage and I just went and liked it. Let's see here. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle didn't announce pregnancy at Princess Eugene's wedding. Oh, Harper Bazaar. Oh, okay. I'll leave the link of this in the description. Okay, so there's the article about this. That's Harper Bazaar. Okay, no, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle did not announce their pregnancy at Eugene and Jack's wedding. Okay, by Julie Kazan, October 15, 2018. Everyone calm down. Okay, so that's an old tweet. That's an old article. All right, let's see here. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex publicly announced the news of Duchess Meghan's pregnancy today, just hours after the couple landed in Sydney ahead of their 16-day royal tour of Australia, New Zealand, Tonga, and Fiji. While most royal watchers greeted the proclamation with excitement and warmth, wishes for the couple, outlets including the Daily Mail reported that Harry and Meghan told their family the pregnancy news at Princess Eugene and Jack Brooksman's wedding. This prompted complaint that the Sussexes inappropriately overshadowed the newlywed big day. My goodness, why would they do that? And I did believe this for some reason. Why would they do that? My God. There it is, okay? Reveal Harry and Meghan told royal family of pregnancy news at Princess Eugene's wedding last week. It may be happy news, but I think it's terrible timing to break the news at Eugene's wedding. It was her day, and she had already bumped dates announcement herself due to Harry's engagement and wedding. Could they not have told the family later privately? My goodness. However, a source tells Bazaar.com that Harry and Meghan did not break the news to their family at the wedding. The Queen and Prince Philip, Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall, and Eugene and Jack all knew about Meghan's pregnancy before the wedding. Jesus Christ, before the wedding. But hadn't seen the Sussexes in person until Friday, making the wedding the first time since members of the royal family could congratulate the couple in person. It's unclear whether the Duke and Duchess Cambridge knew ahead of time, but altogether, most people at the wedding didn't know about Meghan's pregnancy, the source said. Okay, a representative for Kensington Palace confirmed to reporters today that Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, Prince Charles and Duchess of Cornwall, and the Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge are delighted for the couple. My goodness, these people are really, really sick. Alright, there's more to it, but what I'll do, I'll just leave the link in the description. This is so sick. This is so sick. So it was during the wedding they congratulated them, because this is the first time they saw them since the announcement. Okay, because probably they called them over the phone and told them about the thing. My goodness, this is sick. All right, let's see, there's 18 comment under it. Okay, that was 17 hours. They have a confused look, like that's the tiara they told us Meg couldn't use, or what the heck is she wearing. Okay, yeah, I know Meghan considered Eugene as niece, but that was such a dick move. Meghan's color were green and white. We couldn't tell because Karen Kate dictate how the dresses will be, with her no style having self. Yet at Eugene wedding, the bridesmaid had green belt. I wasn't paying attention to all of that. Let's see. I can understand that yes, two brides can have the same exact color scheme. Green is a popular color, but come on, the same venue, almost the same day, almost the same color scheme, and the tiara Harry and Meghan reportedly initiated wanted, then Beatrice turned around and gets it. My goodness. There goes my crazy thinking going on. While I'm editing this video, something just popped up in my mind. It's like Princess Diana in heaven and went to Meghan's grandmother and come, in a discussion. What do you think if we match them two with my baby boy? Well, let's help them match together. What do you think if we match Meghan with my baby boy? He needs help. What do you think will happen? And Meghan's grandmother probably like, I don't know. Your people's kind of shady, so we could try. We could do this. We could do that. And then they went to work. I could see Harry's mom and Meghan's grandmother make that match happen, and then they're working together to make sure it stays. I know that was stupid, okay? I don't know. I've been sharing so many crazy, stupid things with you. This cannot be any more stupid. Me thinking what's going on in heaven. This can't be any more stupid here. But it crossed my mind. Those two ladies up there wanting to bring them together and make sure their union happened, because Harry was suffering too much. Princess Diana had to go and beg Meghan's grandmother to make sure while they had heaven to make them get together. So they are in good hands. So we just have to keep on praying and make sure their union lasts and stronger, and make sure that they make their parents, meaning Diana and Doria and Meghan's grandmother, proud. That's all. Yeah, that's completely berserk, okay? But I'm still sharing it. I'm crazy, so you can't get any crazier than that. The pink peonies at her shotgun wedding, it is what it is, and you needed a press cover-up. That the Queen told Meghan, quote, no, they may smile in Meghan's face, but their behavior at Meghan's wedding says it all. Those two Karens, they just have tact, something Kate lacks. I also understand that lots of brides use peonies. I get that, and since they are so common at wedding, by then was Meghan not allowed to use peonies, but the white blonde princess was. That's family, has been sending Meghan messages of you're not family for years, sadly. There's the squad. I know I've been getting some comment about I'm going to my old ways of defending some of those Karens in the royal family, but no, it's not. All right. So, but this just remind me of some of the comment that I read. Okay, to be honest, I kind of wish Harry had taken the option of designing Meghan her own tiara, but they both humble, had to deal with Will and Kate's jealousy, and the press would have went berserk. I do wish Harry will wake up and realize he can no longer trust his family anymore. Okay, that was 14 minutes ago. Okay, it will certainly be easier on Meghan when he does. How they were all told in advance, and yet that family still allowed for the press to lie, and therefore lie to the press about the baby's arrival. Then don't forget Beatrice's announcement of her pregnancy on the wedding. Alright, anniversaries of Harry and Meghan. The York girls have had it rough. They aren't exactly the pretty princesses they may have hoped to be, and the press is cruel to them, so sure, they may have some unresolved insecurities. However, that is not an excuse to be a Karen. Okay, it also shows how white women will unite to beat up on a black woman. Okay, pre-Meghan's, Beatrice, Eugene, and Kate didn't like each other. In fact, Kate was a mean girl to them. Now that Meghan is here, they're all being united and petty with each other. Okay, now obviously Harry and Meghan are not caring if Beatrice announces her pregnancy on their anniversary, and Harry is probably ecstatic, but the intent was malicious. Hence why God made it so that the story didn't even trend. Instead of the focus still remained on Harry and Meghan. Okay, the news that the Sussexes then announced the pregnancy at Eugene wedding lie is exposed 2 years after the baby was born, event that the UK media is manufacturing lies to muster up racist hatred at a biracial bride which benefit tabloid sales. Harry was right. It's dangerous. My goodness, people know by now how Meghan and Harry operate from complete principle. Anything contrary to who they are being used against them is contrived by the usual suspect to try and diminish who Meghan and Harry are. The smear campaign will never work because Meghan and Harry always exhibit behavior that are high class. I would love it if my cousin told my family member at my wedding that they were having a baby. Perfect time to do so as all important family members are there, so it makes sense. I imagine I will be too caught up in my own damn wedding ecstatic to be jealous of baby news. Okay, exactly. It was the UK media and tabloid and carnival of the so-called expert, and that just remind me of what that video that I show at the beginning of this video. Hugh Grant. Now I remember Hugh Grant was talking about what's going on with the tabloid. My goodness. Okay, it's unclear whether the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge knew ahead of time. Alright, so okay, I was gonna stop, but it's almost done. Okay, both have dress sense, smart looking, wish them a lifelong of happy and togetherness. Wondering who started that rumor. Jealous Willie. Old news, but babies are here. Give it a rest. Okay, another lie by the British media. Exactly. Alright, but the article was dated in 2018. Alright, that's an old article. Alright, but I came across it just now. Okay, October 15, 2018. Alright, let's go to the next thing. Alright, so that's that. Okay, like Diana, Meghan flipped the script and refused to be a demure and domestic princess. Okay. 15th comment. Okay. She knew what she was doing. They said they had planned for over a year before wedding. Then why have wedding just go away? What is this? Okay, I don't want you on my timeline, so why don't you just go away? I mean, these people, I don't understand these people. If you don't like Meghan, okay, everyone could have the opportunity not to like somebody, but the thing I don't understand is that you're following people, the fans who like Meghan, and then to come and comment those BS things. I don't understand these people. My goodness. Alright. Okay, she left her job, closed down her social media accounts, left her own house to live inside a communal estate that she then owned. So for all intent and purposes, she became domesticated and demure. She was then attacked and smeared by the British media alongside palace leaks. There's one comment here. Where is it? Alright, so I don't see it. Alright, let's see. Even without the Diana comparison, Meghan is a self-made philanthropist in her own right. The media loves comparing women, and that works for some, but history will remember Meghan on her own merit and not who she was compared to, unlike some people that can't relate. That is true. That is true. Now they're trying with all their might to get the other one out there to imitate her. Oh my goodness, that is true though. Okay, she does everything with such humility and grace. I'm going to borrow and incorporate some of that into my own style. Okay, she's glamorous without even trying. She is demure. She is not anyone whipping boy. Nope, she became true royal, just like her mother-in-law. Okay, I just love this look. Beautiful. Okay, there's this. What is that? Clive Irvin said it best. All right. The first person to hold the whole family's feet to the fire on that one was Diana. She went out there and led by example, like in the anti-landmine campaign. It is deciding that your position enable you to be influenced to get things changed that needs changing, and then going out and leveraging it. Diana really did that, and by doing it to the extent that she did, she really did shame them in a more modest way. Meghan and Harry are doing a similar shaming exercise through their move to Hollywood and deal with Netflix. Sounds like show business. What they're really intending to do is to leverage their ideas and their philanthropy in a way that can be positive. They have this stuff in London pissing on them for doing that, but at the same time missing the point. Let's just remember, this is Meghan's strong point, because she was an actress and she know how that business works. So leveraging her ideas and combined with Harry's kind of ideas and then putting it together and combine it and bring it to Hollywood. I mean, it's, it is what it is. All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, no woman does this. Am I right or wrong? What is that? Okay. Oh, this is so stupid. Yeah, I saw this. I'm not gonna read all of the comments, but women warn not to put ice lollies in their vagina to cool off in hot weather. As temperatures soar this week, experts are arguing women not to try this one thing at home. Who done this? This is so freaking stupid. Who's done this? Okay, I can honestly say my vagina is 60 years old and has never had an ice lolly anywhere near it. I was laughing at it. Okay, I've never heard of it, but I'm somewhat conservative. I may be left out of the freakery conversation. What on earth? No, I have never been so warm that I thought... I think I'll give myself a frostbite and thrust on that off chance and feel cooler. Someone is writing his fantasies as an article. Oh my God, maybe he will want to eat anything that left over after this woman cools down. Shaking my damn head, the thing people come up with, okay? There must be some. I wonder what the lolly of choice might be. Okay, nope, I know, but one or two have been known to do the ice lake dive and winter the crazy beaches, but don't think that's the same as the fuckery mentioned above. My goodness, this is so stupid. Nah, I don't know whoever thought of this. Alright, next tweet. Alright, there's 167 comments. I'm not going to go through all of that. Alright, the infighting is totally going to make it to the tabloid and it's going to look like Meghan's fans. Okay, what is this? Okay, we need to start bringing it up. Exactly. It's feeding it I post to let them see that we're clued up to the game they are playing. Okay, who's fighting? Just one thread that most are now ignoring. Let's just keep moving. Okay, at the time of my tweet this morning, there was fighting. You're right. It's now being ignored, thankfully. All right. My point exactly. This is not something new. They stirred the pot trying to undermine our campaign to create disharmony. Some are royal reporters seeking content. Then they use comment to build garbage clickbait article. So don't take the bait. Okay, but who is fighting? No one. Move on. Alright, so yeah. As I'm editing it, I'm remembering some of the things I've said in other videos. The squads are very understanding. Even when you criticize, constructive criticism happen, people understand. They wrap their head around the criticism and understand what the person is trying to say. But what's happening here, the harmony that is going on between the squaddies, they don't like that. That's the thing here. They don't like the fact that we understand each other. We try to build each other up. We give each other clearer mind perspective of things. So they don't like this. So what they doing? They infiltrate themselves within the squads and then create problems. So this is where many of the squad needs to understand certain things. If certain topic comes up, either you go to the DM and ask some more clarification of what is being said before you start bashing. So this is why the squads have been so successful at many things, because many of them understand each other, and even though if they criticize each other, but there's a new mutual understanding and the goal that why they are together. That's what's happening here. So I didn't see the tweet that they're talking about, but the one there must have been someone infiltrated themselves trying to stir the pot, creating division. So that's the thing. That's what works for them. Division. When there's division, they win. Very rarely I comment on some of this stuff. All right, let's see here. Meghan and Harry look at each other after putting both babies to sleep. This is the squad. They've come up with their own thing. All right, let's see here. Love this picture. If these two love, hope they're having the best time together with the kids over in Montecito. Let's look at the picture. There they are looking at each other. It's like, okay, they're sleeping. What do we do now? Harry was like, I could think of one thing, but do you want another one? A third baby? Let me stop. So there's no comment. Let's move on. Alright, this is Omid. The only reason I bookmarked this was the picture. Because the first time I saw the picture, I was thinking of... let's look at it. Look at all those nonsense behind them. Okay? How many clocks are there? There's one clock here. Alright, there's one there. Two clocks, maybe how many feet apart? Maybe 30 feet, 20 feet apart. Alright, so how many clocks do you need in one? Is it a corridor or something like that? I mean, the freaking place is full of nonsense. And I was thinking, this is the wealth that they're trying to accumulate. Material stuff. If they have to run, how are they gonna carry it? How are they gonna take it with them? That was the only reason I saved this. Okay, looking at all of the nonsense behind them, and looking at the first lady looking stunning. And one tweet that I was reading the other day, someone was mentioning who wears a bandage and then but if she get a cut, she has to cover it. My goodness, these people find every little thing to complain about. Right, there's the president looking stunning. Alright, I'm not even gonna read that. Oh, you know what? Let's see, what was this about? Okay, the Queen, First Lady, Dr. Biden, and President Joe Biden photographed together this afternoon in Windsor Castle Great Corridor before sitting down together for tea. Alright, forget that. I'm not even gonna go on it. Okay. I saw this and I thought that was very interesting, because there was another tweet that I saw. I don't think I bookmarked it. It was about it was the squad who tweeted it, where they showed different top tennis players throughout tennis existence, and they show Serena, where I believe the tweet was like how they changed the game or something like that. But when I saw this, and I thought this one was interesting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our June cover star, Simone Biles, 25 World Championship medals. Wow. 4 never before been done moves named after her. Wow, she had 4? I thought it was only 2. Okay, 1 gravity-defying legacy. Simone Biles is without a doubt the world's greatest gymnast in history. Let's look at red, white, and blue. Okay, Glamour, the world greatest. There's a video I saw on YouTube of her yesterday. I guess she was responding to some questions and stuff like that. Okay, let's read the thread. Okay, while we were baking banana bread and tie-dyeing during the early anxious days of lockdown, Simone Biles was grappling with the fact that her chance to finish her career she'd sacrificed her entire life for might be stolen by the pandemic. Okay, I wanted to give up, but it would have been done because I've worked way too hard. After years of laser focus it takes to be the greatest at Simone Biles, spent the last year discovering who she is off the mat. As I was reading it, in that video that she was talking about, she spoke about her sister who was a gymnast too, but they were putting so much pressure, not her family per se, I guess tabloids or something, comparing her with each other, and the sister just gave up. And she said that her sister was pretty good. She just gave up. She didn't want to continue. She didn't want the comparison and all of that. I mean, this is the thing. Some people just love the sport just for the fun of it. But the kind of pressure they put on so many other people on the thing. And it said, I'm glad she knew herself. She was like, I wasn't about that. And she just gave it up. But yeah, because this could lead to other things. Okay, some mental health and all of that. And I'm glad her parents, trusted them and let them be who they are and don't pressure them to continue, especially her sister and stuff. They're doing it on their own and stuff like that. And I remember from another video a while back, and she said the reason her parents put them in gymnastics is because they were jumping on the sofa, doing all sort of stuff. So in order for them to exert their energy, they put them in gymnastics. All right, let's see here. All right, spend the last year discovering who she is off the mat. Quote, before, I will only focus on the gym, but me being happy outside the gym is just as important as me being happy and doing well in the gym. All right, and there was a video also I saw her with her boyfriend who is what do you call this, a football player, not soccer, not the international football, meaning the American football. All right, the boyfriend, they did a race, okay, climbing the rope, and she won. Yeah, they have really good strength, body strength. They could carry themselves. Okay, now it's like everything coming together at Simone Biles. Read more on Simone's journey to self-discovery here. All right, so this is the link here. I'm not gonna click on it. I'm just gonna read the comment. Okay, photographer Kennedy Carter, writer Mace, Chase Chevron. Okay, I'm reading Chevron because I have some stock for it. That's those gas company. Okay, here Jadis Jolie. Okay, on-set production, location Lambden, Houston. All right, let's see. Fire until she get a perfect 10. My money is still on. Who's that? Nadia Comensi. That's the comparison here, as the greatest ever. Okay, there's 11 comment. There's a hater here. No one has, okay, and I dare you say never will get a perfect 10 in this code gymnastic, and the way it's scored, it's much different than it was when Nadia competed. The closest anyone has ever gotten into a 10 is Simone with 9.9 10. But guess what? And the thing is that there was something that happened a couple weeks ago, maybe it was during the competition, that they underscore Simone because I don't know, the things that she was doing were so extraordinary, and they didn't give her the highest score because they didn't want people to go and try it. Some stupid excuses. All right, so I'm pretty sure if she's saying that until she get the perfect 10, okay, so there's some people who the scoreboard people who's making sure she doesn't get the perfect 10. They'll give her a high score, but they make sure she doesn't get the perfect 10. All right, my goodness. With your defense, the police cover photo, and love for the fox hunting, you look like the type of person that will still find a reason not to give Simone her due. Okay, Nadia never got penalized for difficult moves that no one else can do. There's people coming in their defense, on her defense. Okay, given that the scoring is much more complicated, Nadia will not score a 10 today, given her skill at the time. There's people, you are sad. Okay, Karen. Oh my goodness. Okay, she's 1 in a million, as most black athletes, white owners and coaches made trillions combined of black athletes, and Oz are trying to stop people of color from voting. Owners wouldn't allow Collins to play. Myers picked 33-year-old Tim Tebow. Right? I mean, it's just so sad to see this is the way these people are behaving. Okay, she is so beautiful, talented, and vibrant. Can we all just thank Glamour for choosing Kennedy Carter for shooting these pics? Thank you so very much for shooting this queen. Right. Alright, so there's more stuff. What is this? What are this? Feminist is for females, so is women's sports. Okay, the math of bi-essentialism. Alright. Okay, I don't know. Alright, give this photographer their flowers. Wow, this is beautiful photo of the stunning Simone Biles. I saw a repeat of her 60-minute an interview last night, and now this, she's really is beautiful and she's tiny. Okay, I feel like she obviously get the recognition for her skills, but what more people should talk about is that 24-year-old usually aren't doing this in gymnastics. It crossed my mind. Okay, she's still getting better at age where most girls are off senior team. Okay, she might be able to make to 2024 Olympics. Okay, all kudos to Simone Biles, who is astonishing. Why did you turn her into the Columbia woman on a pedestal? Alright. Alright. Okay, let me go to the next one. The last one, I guess you could pause your screen and read it. Next, read what is. Okay, extra. The Met was institutionally corrupt. Okay, and fell the family of Daniel Morgan, the private investigator killed in 1987. Okay, there's David Allen Green. I usually follow. Alright, and Study Alex, a right accent broadcast what today report means to the police, his family, and the Home Office. There was something that was going on yesterday regarding the Scotland Yard and all of that. Let's see. The Bunker Extra, the report mentioned the word corruption over 700 times. It cannot be argued that this was one or two bad police officers. Okay, David Allen Green. Okay, I follow him on what the Daniel Morgan murder means for the Met. All right. If you're in the UK, you know about it. But when I bookmarked this, I think I don't know. I bookmarked it, but today I just want to focus on the squads. Even though I just showed the Simone thing here. All right. Let's see. They won't do better because it's their only skills. They rely on weaponized hate and fear for so long. They weren't prepared to listen when called out, and certainly weren't prepared for Harry and Meghan to fight back, let alone prepared to be exposed like this. Okay, I was tagged. What was this? Alright, so I comment on this, and this is that. Alright, let's see here. Alright. The most important 18-second and royal news coverage of Meghan and Harry. Camilla Tominey, arguably the most trusted royal. Okay, that was to be a sarcasm here. The most trusted royal reporter finally admitting those headlines professing the Queen's feelings are made up by editors as if we didn't know they were lying. That's the rolling eye. Okay, this is 18 seconds. I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged.
But even from my journalistic perspective, you also got to be very careful. Like editors quite like to get, headlines running, Queen furious about, or Queen upset by. You have to push back on that a bit because A, HM doesn't really do fury, and B, we can't really speak on her behalf. But even from my
okay, so it's playing over. I didn't fully hear it, but this is that. And then this is my comment on this, and these are people who responded, and then I'll go into it. Okay, this is me responding. Money must be running dry and want to be on the squad good side, perhaps. That's my rolling eye. She should have just said Meghan was right that they create the news. In my eyes, she blew her chances too many times over. As an adult, she should know better. Okay, shame on all those clowns experts. Alright, this is the response. They won't do better because it's their only skills. They rely on weaponized hate and fear for so long they weren't prepared to listen when called out, and certainly weren't prepared for Harry and Meghan to fight back, let alone prepared to be exposed like this. Okay, this is me responded. True, Harry grew up in this environment and know how they operate. He wanted and waited for a fighter to be by his side. to take them on. Hence, Meghan, copyright case or MG. They put so much fear on her to pull the case out of court. Meghan was in her zone, her bubble. She wasn't going to back down. I had to go back and change some wordings, put numbers, because Twitter, I didn't want to create a thread out of a simple thought. So I had to go. When you see those 4s and 2s and Bs, that's because I went back to change some of my wording to make everything fit. All right, let's go on this. 24 comments. Okay, that's me. I did these already. Speaking to the Queen's behalf is all they ever do, though. And although the Queen doesn't do fury, by their own account, she most certainly is over the edge and hard of hearing. Oh, there was a tweet that I come across that the Queen already bunked that thing.
I'm ably supported by your Royal Highnesses, I think.
Right, very dangerous. I don't think this is going to work. For 2 hands.
There is a knife. There is a knife.
What?
There is a knife if you want.
I know there is. This is something that is more unusual.
Alright, when she was cutting the cake. Okay, Queen's War on Sussex pen. There's another headline here. Let me see, there's here, Queen ditches never complain, never explain policy. After the vote over Harry and Meghan's calling their daughters little bed, the palace will no longer let mistrust go unchallenged. Alright, let's see here. Queen feels this, Charles feels that, royal expert claim, rolling eye. We've known this all along. To me, it's just kind of boggling that this is some people's actual profession to make up stories about what people might think or feel. Okay, it's even more disheartening when you think about how many lives their lives have ruined over cost, and that they continue even though multiple people have spoken about that it did or continue to do with their lives. I dislike the Queen for allowing her name to be used as a weapon. The Queen is the Daily Mail. I don't understand her. Alright, she's saying we shouldn't believe headlines that says the Queen is angry or upset or whatever headlines purportedly telling us how the Queen feels cause they're made up by editors. She says no one can speak for the Queen, including reporters. Quite ironic given the last 5 years plus. My goodness. But these people in the UK are buying it, are buying those things. Isn't she an editor at the Telegraph? Did you see the looks on her face? Someone has to say something at some point. This is really getting out of hand. These YouTube videos I see on the comments of these people who really believes the nonsense. That is true. Okay, I am in disbelief how people can be so gullible. It is such a sad situation. That's why Meghan said no one helps. That's why. Okay, this is too funny. At last the woman speaks the truth. Okay, I'm shocked. So as I'm editing this video now, it's been like what? Right now it's 6:47 p.m. So what I'm thinking is going on, why the royals never really say anything. Not only do they encourage them to continue to do those headlines, it benefit them. If it did not benefit them, don't you think they will put a stop to it? Alright, so it benefit them, so they have an advantage of it. Whatever mass population have buy into it, they corrupt the mind to believe, toward the royals' favorite, so they leave it. They leave the headlines as is. It benefit them, so they're not gonna say anything. Okay, like she said, nobody speak for the Queen and all of that. Obviously, okay, we should know that. Look, how Oprah had said to Meghan, "Isn't she the Queen? How come this or whatever?" But it benefit them, so they leave it alone. If it was into their disadvantage, usually when things don't go to their advantage, they put out a statement. So those headlines, is to their favorite, so they leave it alone. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I guess people are not buying her nonsense. She need money, and she had to come around. All right, but anything that these people have done, I want no part of them, because they should have known better. Because they could easily, let's say that you think they changed their tune, but once they lure you in because of bad practice bad habit, they go back to their old ways and then lure you to the stupidness again. All right. Let's go this. Okay, family of daily. Okay, Daniel Morgan. There's that thing again. We are no longer able to place our trust in the police, in the state, or any other institution in this country. When I saw that, I bookmarked it. It's almost like this one, and I didn't want to go into it, but I remember it's a thread. Let's see. It's a little thread. Okay, family of Daniel. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go into this because I spoke about it before, and how the people in the country don't trust the police anymore. Okay, family of Daniel Morgan says Met Police now needs to confront institutional corruption, and that if it does not, this will amount to its own complicity in that corruption. They said to the Home Secretary, quote, "It is not too late to give us reason to trust you in this case." Current Met Commissioner Cressida Dix has been, quote, "true to form," end quote, and not inviting scrutiny on the Met Police, says Alistair Morgan, and better leadership is required. He says he has had no contact with the Home Secretary. Just goes to show the level of corruption between the media and the police. All right? These are the things that's going on here. Okay? It's, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. All right? Sadly, that seems to be the justifiable stance. Okay? They are not alone in this, and they are not alone in that. All right? And frankly, who on earth can blame them? Okay, there are millions who feels the same. I'm afraid many of us crossed that bridge a long time ago. I mean, this is sad if this is the way the people are feeling about the country. The amount of corruption on people you should trust. All right, they haven't the only one, sadly, and so say all of us. Spot on. We all feel the same. More fool them. Join the club. All right. Okay, people need to know this. Okay, a largely unnoticed and unreported consulate paper on changes to Britain's official Secrets Act drawn up by the Home Office shows the government is preparing for reaching threat to the media and the public's right to know. Again, these are things that's going on in the UK, but when you see people are reporting on it, I mean, in the US, it's going on like that too. Like, for instance, yesterday when I came from my walk, I saw a paper in front of the building saying something about noise control or something like that, that this no longer be done, where they, let's say, if they're going to be doing construction in the area, before they used to send certified letters to let the neighbors know that that was going to happen. So I sat there and read it, and they're saying this no longer happen again. They remove it. And I have a feeling people in my building were complaining about the noise because the past couple of weeks, like by 7 or 8, I was still in, when I'm not recording, you're hearing the consistent drilling or some sort of a noise that's going on. And I think people in the building have complained about that. So they put that thing out there. And I wanted to take a picture of it when I went to take a walk with my son. They remove it. Someone remove it. So the reason I brought this up is so many of us are not paying attention. And in my neighborhood, it's like a revitalized area. And it's building going up left and right really quick. And I'm pretty sure many of those developers probably pay some sort of a politician to remove these things out in the law, where they don't have to do all of this. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened. All right, because before, even when I was working in New York, when we're gonna do as the architect for whatever project we were working on, okay, we were supposed to find out the neighboring people around the site, and then to send certified letters to those neighbors to let them know at certain time construction gonna start. So be prepared to hear noise, this kind of thing. So I know about that in New York because I used to do them myself. All right, used to bring a lot of letters, certified letters to be done, and all of that. So now in the area that I'm living in is a different state, and yeah, that's what's happening. They don't do that anymore. So I'm pretty sure those if and I think what should be done, because the noise really disturbing, is that if people have issues with it, is to bring it up to their elected officials and then make it a referendum, and the somewhat next election to put it back into the like for people to vote for it. The people, not the politician anymore. Should they do that? Should they be sending, when there's construction gonna happen, should they be sending certified letters and all of that to neighbors? Because there should be a time where construction should start. Okay, because on weekends when people are relaxing, they have a long weekend, let's say Friday night after work, they went partying and stuff like that. They know Saturday they're not gonna go to work, they're just chilling, and the next thing you know, you're hearing noise 7 o'clock or something like that. So they should be sending letters and stuff like that, let neighbors know. So that's what came to mind as I was reading this. All right, what was this about now? Okay, a large unnoticed and unreported consultation on changes to Britain's Official Secret Act when joined up by Home Office show the government is preparing for reaching threat to the media and the public's right to know. Let's see. Okay, important that the post office prosecution or persecution of sub-postmasters is mentioned here. It brings it home. Observing state secretary can destroy the life of the person ruined your local PO. What's PO? Alright, as well as journalists, leakers, and whistleblowers. It's almost the same thing with, oh God, I forgot the actor who, at the beginning of this video, I showed you, oh my God, before I remember his name, and then now I forgot his name. Right, talking about how the police, all those nonsense the media was doing to him. All right, plans might not affect those who reveal little anyway, but affect independent media like declassified who work in the public interest. All right, so there's a little bit more to this, but I'm just bringing it up because I bookmarked it. I've read part of it already. Okay, please let your daughters gain qualification apart from childbearing. When I read this, and what came to mind is what's happening to certain royal, and I think that's what she was hinting here. All right, I'm not saying much, but don't just be there to create, to open your legs for the royal men to impregnate you. Make sure you have some sort of a skills like Meghan and do some stuff. Okay, you could do both and tell them when they see another woman with the qualities they would love to have, cherish her and learn. That's the squad talking in code. Okay, apparently she's a natural leader. They're laughing. Did you mean natural leaders or breeders? Or at least instill confidence and self-esteem. That's why both it is important. You never know what life brings. How about in addition to Miss Carmen's granddaughter, don't forget that she's supposed to be the top CEO. Amen, savage. Let's see here. And please let them gain other qualification before they start childbearing. My goodness, the squad or something. Very simple. She didn't name any names, but you should have an idea. Those who commented have get it. Okay, let's see here. I hate it when people say they're still your family. Okay, I hate it when people say they're still your family. Just because someone is your family doesn't mean you have to keep them in your life if they're toxic. Blood means nothing sometimes. Don't let people guilt you into being in contact with someone who isn't good for your mental health. That is true. There's two comments in here. Okay, if the family you are born to is toxic and destructive, go out and make a family of your own. People who support and love who and what you want to be. A family who will stand through the good time and bad time. Sometimes real family are those we make and not those we're born into. Okay, I did exactly that and never look back. It's been 23 years of living my best life. I agree with you 100. Okay, boy, did I need to hear that today. Some family. I'm telling you, those squads, this community is, it's really good. Because even though we joke around, we do different, we silly around, each one of us are going through our own problem. I didn't share that with you, and if I come along, I'm not gonna share it. Is that someone had some issues with I guess raising a child, and there was she was looking for help in terms of how do you call this, of a lawyer to help her, because when I read it, it hurt me really bad. Okay, let's see here. Next tweet. All right, exactly. Damn straight, baby. What is this? Okay, quote, you only got one family. Yeah, you only got one appendix too, but when it fucks with your health, you cut that bitch out of your life. Oh my God, some people are just savage. Okay, let's see here. I'll hand the doctor the scissors myself. Let's see here. There's a set. Okay, thought for the day. We can all find calm and peace amidst our fear when we put our trust in God. Amen. Okay, when I saw this, I just bookmarked it. Okay, amen, amen. Okay, there she is again. I follow her now. Okay, well, someone finally said it. Also, extreme arrogant hells dumb down. Okay, society is faster. What was this about? Because there was something she did a thread. Okay, how Britain became the dumbest society in the world. Okay, well, someone finally said it. Also, extremely arrogant helps dumb down society. I think I comment on this. Alright, like this. Okay, yeah, I did respond on it. Okay, if the US don't be careful, they are heading in the same direction. Okay, it's supposed to be your politicians preventing import and info from being taught in school, etc. The US was saved last election. Some governors are pushing for this dumbness to happen. UK just had a chance, but racist mindset blind them. Yep, somebody retweeted it, so 7 people liked it. I mean, I don't usually comment on stuff, but when it come across some stuff, you know, it is true. The US is when Trump was there, it was completely heading in that direction. And then you see, even after the 2020 election, you still see some Republican governors are pushing for that dumbness to happen. There's one video I talk about this. All right, let's see here. Wow, this is harsh. A few things I'm iffy on, but oh boy, when empires fall, they fall hard, don't they? That is true. All right, I mean, it's self-destructive. I mean, all of the stuff that you see going on, you see those politicians are doing those self-inflicting things that's going on within each of their countries. These, I believe, okay, my humble opinion here, these are people who wants to show people, okay, that they have money, they so rich, they could do this. All right, when they borrow money from someone, okay, now that someone wants the money back, they don't have the money to pay back. So in order to pay the money back, they have to do the self-inflicting things within the country. And then with democracy, they learn how to manipulate the system, okay, to their own advantage. They are more fearful of the other person or institution per se. I'm not naming that name, okay. They're more fearful of that person or institution or government than the government of their own country. Okay, so and therefore they create the self-inflicting pain within the country, their country, and they're destroying it. All right, because they don't have the money to pay back. All right, they refuse to keep up with the times, still wearing hats and other outdated practices. Wow, must read for all. Okay, wow, eye-opening, excellent read. All right, so where is that? In the CO. Alright, so this looks very interesting. Let's again, I'll leave this in the description. Maybe it might be 2 videos today, I'm not sure. Alright, when this okay, oh my God, 9 to 8 minutes read. Let's see here. I'll read some of it, okay? Like much of the world, you probably watched Meghan and Markle last night and shuddered, but you shouldn't be surprised. Today, the dubious humor of being the dumbest country in the world goes to Britain. It's a nation that's completely destroyed itself and will probably never recover. Even America is better off than Britain, and that's saying something. And rarely, as a country, imploded in so short a time. Not so long ago, Britain was the envy of the world. It had the world's best healthcare system. You could walk down the street, go to the doctor, and literally have the world's best healthcare on your doorstep. It had the world's finest public broadcaster, the BBC. The middle class was expanding, growing in wealth and happiness. It was part of the world's most successful political union, the EU. And Brits had the right to live and work across Europe, something that many Americans will kill for. Britain too had a special relationship, as it came to be called, with America's cousin and whiteness and Anglo-ness, friend and allies and partners. Britain had one of the world's highest qualities of life, period. It was a gentle, intelligent, warm, friendly, and wealthy society. That was just a decade or two ago. As I'm reading this, I remember, I probably was a teen. I remember reading, watching something. I think it was watching, not reading. It was, I could still see it in black and white, where in Europe, people, I'm talking about maybe 3 decades ago, where Europeans used to love for Americans to come to their areas because Americans used to spend their money. Okay, now it's a completely different things, a completely different stories. Okay, probably in the 80s and early 90s, I'll say. Forget the 2000. It will have to be late 80s, late 80s, throughout the 90s, and then forget about the 2000s. That went off the chart. All right, so this is where I'm telling you the thing that went on when because I'm not really into it, but it's just things that were happening to me. It's like at each world event, certain things happen. It captured my attention at that time, and it stays in my brain, and then I could see each of these small little parts plugging in together. Those minor things that I remember, it's plugging in. Like for instance, like in the late 80s, something happened to USSR, and then I remember seeing people standing online for food shortage, standing online to get bread and all of that. That picture stood in my head. Okay, and then what happened is that, and someone must have hated that they had to suffer that time. So they're taking it on now. They're blaming the countries that really put them in that position. And now this is the effective of what happened there. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know if this makes sense to you. I'm just saying how my crazy brain is working. All right. All right, let me continue here. Okay, finally, in wealthy society. Okay, that was just a decade or two ago, and now Britain is a failing state. Don't take it from me. Take it from former Prime Minister Gordon Brown. It's a nation that imploded into stupidity, ugliness, hate, brutality, ignorance, greed, racism. That's the main thing here. Greed. It's the greed that's going on here. And then the next one is racism. So they threw in the racism, okay, to throw off people, because racist is within all of them. It's really deep. So they threw the racist card game out there in order for them to capitalize on their greed. You see what I'm saying? So they use these two tactics here. So they use racism to blind the people of the greediness of theirs. Okay, all of which were on vivid display as Meghan Markle recounted how badly she's been treated. Okay, so what happened to Britain? Nationalism did. it's selfishness, arrogant, triumphalism, it's bigotry, prejudice, racism too. Britain stopped wanting to be part of the modern world, an equal, a partner, a friend. It wanted to rule the world again, and so now it isn't part of the modern world and it has no one left to rule either. The story goes like this. After the financial crisis in 2007, Britain had just elected a conservative government. They sold the population to foolish myth that they were broke, and now belt needed to be tightened. Never mind the fact that the correct way to respond to a financial crisis is to stimulate the economy. Okay, and President Obama, what he did is put money into the economy, even though there's some stuff people were really upset about for giving money to the Wall Street people and all of that. They the one who caused it, and still you you pull them out of their nonsense that they put. People were still upset about that. Okay, they have a term for it. I can't remember at the moment. All right. Instead, Britain began a savage course of austerity. All those famous public services, the NHS, the BBC, and so on, were slashed, and then slashed again, and then eviscerated. The bottom fell out of the economy. Public sector or economist's biggest employer, or one of them. Unemployment and poverty soar. The government responded, amazingly, with even more austerity. By now, the population believed this most foolish myth of American economics: when times are tough, cut spending. Wrong. When times are tough, invest more than ever. But Britain did just the opposite. Okay, and so soon enough, what was eminently predictable came to pass. Okay, one of the few trustworthy and useful finding in economics is that after financial crisis, countries tend to swing hard and hard right. Nationalism erupts. Why? Because government usually respond the wrong way, choosing austerity over investment. People grow poor, their social contract wither, they begin to live in anxiety, fear, and despair. And before you know it, demagogues are blaming their woes on foreigners, immigrant, minorities. It's a step by step. I've said something similar to this nature. All right, like I said, I'm not an expert on all of this, but when you see the thing is happening, it's step by step. You see what could come next. And then look what happened. The election that just happened, they elect the same people who put them in that position. Okay, and before you know it, demagogues are blaming the who's on foreigners, immigrant, minorities, anyone remotely aliens or others. American first. Okay, Britain for the British. Nationalism happened by way of financial crisis become economic ruin via the invisible fist of austerity. And as people grow poor, they grow more ignorant. So a while back, while I'm editing this video, I'm thinking a while back I did a video where I was talking about different states in the United States, and I sort of show comparison in terms of wealth. Which states are wealthier and how the living environment within those states are, and which states are helping the poorer states and all of that. And then when you look at it, it's usually the southern states in the United States that are poor. The state itself is not really poor, but on paper it is, because the way they sort of manipulate the system over there, where certain group get good chunk of the wealth. So and then they throw the race bait down south, and this is what's playing in down south. And then majority of the people are living in poverty, not just black, a lot of white people too, but they just throw the race bait out there and for them to chase the bond. And then you see all the laws that's happening is to benefit pretty much white rich southern people. So this is the thing that's going in down south. And then the way they sort of shape the system, it's sad, but hey, it is what it is. But people had to fight it. When you look at New York, for instance, California, Chicago, all these are very expensive states. You buy a house, the tax there is tremendous, but when you go down south, it's very cheap. And then guess what? Those states are helping the poor state. You can't get anything like this. The way they shape the rules of law in terms of tax brackets and all of that. It's really sad. And the white people are living free pretty much. All right, they shape it to their benefit. There it is: violence, brutal, selfish, and careless. Yep, that's exactly that. Okay, so which minority did Brits scapegoat for their woes? In America, it was Mexican and Latinos that Trump scapegoated for the problem of the real American. And Britain, incredibly, it was Europeans. What had gentle Europeans ever done to hurt Britain? Nothing at all. I told you, the U.S., again, I've said this, I'm not an expert. I said this, America and UK was going in the same direction. What pulled them apart is the 2020 election. And then the Republican did everything in their power to make it sure to go Trump's way. But people fought back. They stayed in line. And look what's going on. They're setting up again. They're setting up for the next presidential election to go to the whatever the challengers who's gonna go against Biden, because the laws that they're putting in the South, it's incredible. People are still fighting back. And I'm surprised with Texas, the how do you call this, the Democrats in Texas are fighting really hard, surprisingly. All right, so they're trying that. All right, we won't be surprised if the next election goes the other way around, because the kind of things that's going on, it's unbelievable. But we just need to keep on fighting to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, what had a gentle European ever done to hurt Britain? Nothing at all. In net terms, again, in one of my comments that I put it, is that what UK was trying to do. Let's see if I could come. Oh shoot, the thing is high. Is the thing that's recording? It's blacking here, but I can't even see it on there. There was a comment that I said yesterday where I explained the direction of what was going on. Oh my God, 52 comment. Let's see here. Which one did I respond? Oh, what the hell happened? Alright. Because my comment fits perfectly of what's going on here. Okay. I wrote to CNN 17 hours ago. These are comments I haven't seen. What the hell? Okay. Where is it? Island dwellers need outstanding. Oh my God. I can't see. Spot on. Was it this? 42 replies. So these are the 2 replies. Okay, maybe it's that one. Forget it. The thing is acting up. You know what? Let me continue reading this.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I found the comment that I was looking for, and there it is. The response to the tweet. Alright, is this one. It started with that. Okay, I'm living in the Germany, Britain live, the European Union, and many British people that live in Spain and Germany. All of those British citizens want to get the German citizenship, then said the UK is stupid to leave the European Union. Okay, so I don't know if this is before or after that article that I read and how dumb the UK is. So this is the response that I was looking for, so I could insert into the video, but I'm doing it separately. So it was 20 hours ago. All right. Some of them voted to get out, so meaning that the people who were living in who's living in Germany and Britain, you know, they were more than happy to leave the EU. I'm sure they voted for it. Alright, so this is my comment. Some of them voted to get out of the EU. Now that they see and feel the effect of leaving, they have a different tune. I don't know if it's this video, because I was walking, I wasn't paying attention, wanted to listen to my video again. Okay, I don't know if it is this video. One of the week's recording, I said one of my humble opinion of their plans for leaving the EU. My analysis, not an expert in this, just my observation of what was playing in front of me, is that the UK and the US were going to form joint market system, where the UK will feel like they don't need the EU for import and export. The US market system would have been enough for them. That's why you were seeing the US during Trump presidency was getting the US out on a lot of agreement with the EU. Look how China became very successful and rich just by dealing with the US and other countries as well, but mostly the US. The 2020 elections changed all of that. That's why you see the UK is behaving like a chicken running without its head. And what's really scary with this analysis, even though the US jumped that 2020 hurdle, is that many US politicians are still pushing for this direction. The UK just shoot themselves in the foot because they saw exactly what the politicians were doing, but their hate and racism run so deep that they elect the same exact people who's draining the country and hurting their families. This is why you see so many Meghan bashing headlines on a regular basis. This behavior reminded me of one of many Angry Bird movies where the birds were dancing and partying while the bad guys were stealing their eggs. I think that was the movie. I wasn't sure if it was Angry Bird, but I know it was an animated movie. So races are dancing at their own demise. I don't know if I should feel sorry for them or what. Oh well, they should stop with their mental sickness of racist minded. Get their vision will have been clear to see what was playing in front of them. Alright, so that was the thing I was looking for. And yeah. So yeah, let me stop because I need to edit, because it took me a while to find it. Alright, that's it. Okay, and that, because the comment that I maybe after I record, if I find it, I'll read it separately and insert it here. That's what I'll do. Alright, because I'm already an hour and 17 minutes. Okay, in net terms, the EU was one of the biggest investors in Britain, its biggest trading partner, reliable friend. Millions of Brits live in Europe and vice versa. What was the problem? Okay, there was no problem, but Brits by this time were foolish believers in big lies. Austerity is the solution of growing poverty, not the cause of it. Those people are responsible our problem. Hey, all we had to do is take back control of our country from them. Okay, the thing that I sort of mentioned in that particular comment is that what UK and the US were planning to do under Trump administration is that UK and the US were gonna blend together, have their own market system, where UK then feel like it will need the EU for anything. So when you look at China, who built its country based on the US market system, and some other countries too, but the UK was planning on just themselves. Well, I don't need EU, I have America to do business with, that's good enough, this kind of thing. Okay, there was no problem, but Brits by this time were foolish believers in big lies. Austerity is the solution to growing poverty, not the cause of it. Those people are responsible our problem. Hey, all we have to do is take back control of our country from them. Okay, a new wave of demagogue peddle these incredible, insane, baffling lies. From Farage to Johnson, Britain, the gentle, wise, intelligent, expensive one was put to the torch. It became a nation afflicted by a fever dream of nationalism, an ugly, selfish, stupid, and violent one. And guess what? And then, unfortunately, Meghan was used to blindside those people of this, to not let people see. I'm not saying Meghan did that. It's just the tabloid uses Meghan to blindside the people from seeing what was really going on, because they use the tabloid to pretty much, hide all the things that was going on in the UK. All right, let's see here. Okay, so it shows British cheering and applauding. Wait, what was there to cheer for? Leaving your biggest trading partners without a backup plan. How were you going to feed and clothe and employ your nation? That's where they were gonna use the US. All right, this is it here. It's funny that I come across this. Okay, did anyone think about this? Nope. By now, they were buying more, even more incredible and bizarre big lies. Global Britain was going to emerge. Britain was going to replace the EU with trade deals in Asia and Africa and America. Wait, what? Weren't all those places thousands of miles away? There's the thing here. The carbon footprint here. And did they even make things like world-class cars or wine and cheese or medicine? What kind of idiot will believe all this? Okay, the answer to that question sadly was much of the country. Right, in that particular comment that I wrote on my thing, where I use one of the Angry Bird movies where they were stealing their eggs and then they were dancing to the beat of all of that. This is one of those things here. It's funny, I was working when I wrote my thing and I didn't see this. Alright, it wasn't just the hard right that supported Brexit. Amazingly, the left did too. It was called Lexit. Okay, oh, I didn't know that. The left bought all these stories, these meant, and added one of their own. The EU wasn't worth belonging to. Wait, wasn't the EU the world's largest social democracy? History's most successful project of social democracy? Wasn't its 27 nations making decisions jointly to invest in each other? Okay, to give all their people basic public goods and human rights? Of course it was. Alright, but the British left was so painful, stupid that it couldn't see it. It too was blinded by the fever dream of nationalism. And again, on that comment that I wrote, is that what they were gonna do with America market is that they were gonna keep it, whoever's in control right now, who were gonna do those business deals and stuff, it was gonna go to their buddies. That's all. Alright, they left everybody else out. Okay, feed you some nonsense, and then their buddies were getting all the country's money for projects or left and right. That's what it was gonna be. Alright, we can build a communist utopia without those evil capitalists from the EU. You fools. The EU is history's greatest example of what the left can achieve. It is an entire continent where people have healthcare, retirement, education, income, housing as basic human rights. Karl Marx will be astonished and proud. But that wasn't good enough for the arrogant, bubbling, astonishingly uneducated, inept, and clueless British left, having built history of greatest social democratic project, period. And guess what? And this is why, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking how they closing all of those libraries, dumbing down the people, all of this. So this was a systematic thing. All right, they get to the point, okay, we dumb them down, now it's time to get ourselves out and then do our destructive things to the country. Alright, the British left was so traumatically stupid that it believed the big lies of the right. How amazing is that? Okay, the biggest one of all, nationalism. Nationalism says we're better, quote, we're better off on our own. We're better than them. We should be competitors with everyone, not friends but adversaries. We're only in it for ourselves. Our only motivation are greed and self-interest. We are aggressive and cruel and hostile, and this is where they threw the racism card here. All right, they make people vote out of their own interest, so they threw the race bait there. All right, we put advantage and gain before friendship and community, but none of that is true. What proves it, the EU does, okay, is vastly more successful as a society than Britain or America. The European miracle people enjoy the highest living standard in history, and one life. Okay, one lifetime is powerful, real. It proves that nationalism is the biggest lie of all. Never mind, Britain chose self-destruction. Okay, again, this is what America was doing too under Trump. Alright, cheering all the way. There's the thing, dancing and partying with the Angry Bird kind of thing. My goodness, I didn't even see this, and I wrote that comment yesterday. Okay, so what is it like now? Well, it's a place where a mixed race lady can be princess and still be abused in the open. That's Meghan right there. Think about that for a second. But let's go a little deeper. If you live in London, you might not know it, but you're going to be getting American style healthcare bill soon. I was thinking about that. Wait until when you go to the hospital, one simple thing costs you a couple $100 or pounds, whatever. All right, that's because Great Britain practices and London, what's it, GP? Is it pound something? And London have been sold off to American health insurer. I didn't know that. That's going to make American chuckle because it's crazy. Brits aren't going to know what hit them when they get a bill for, say, $4,000 for an x-ray. But of course, that's what's coming because America's health insurers aren't in for human kindness, but for money. Who's dumb enough to choose American healthcare despite having had the best healthcare system in the world? Britain is. Then there are the consequences of Brexit. Recently, the head of the Trucking Association delivers a damning statistic. Trucks were more than half empty because where there used to be free trade, there was now red tape. Small and medium and even big businesses were choosing simply not to send stuff. Wow, because the red tape, custom form, and huge numbers was simply too costly, not to mention duties and fees. Okay, the government got on TV and just made up numbers contradicting it. LOL. So the head of the Statistical Society said, quote, "Hey, nobody knows where you got these numbers from. Are they even real?" No reply. Okay, the British economic is having the equivalent of a heart attack. The trade is coming to what's known as a sudden stop. And economics, okay, and that's about as dire as it sounds. Only nobody can say exactly how much because the government is busy cooking the books, so it doesn't look as horrifically inept as it is. Amazed yet? Then try this. Hope to order something from Europe now, and ads are you just can't get it. That's because trade has become too costly, so more and more businesses in Europe simply don't ship to Britain anymore. Okay, this is what I was saying. They were planning. The plan was to just do business with America and some other thing, but America changed its course and said, no, we're not having this. Okay, so where do Brits get stuff? Okay, after all, not that much is made in Britain. The answer is they won't. Oh my goodness. Once the stockpile runs dry, which is probably by the summer, Brits simply will begin going without a lot of things. European food, wine, medicine. The British government recently proposed banning European water. What? European water? That's a LOL. Okay, that's how fanatical these fools are. Never mind that the quality of life for the average person is going to fall massively, and so is unemployment because, well, European won't be buying from Britain either. Okay, see how all that makes American look smart? At least by comparison, nobody, and I mean nobody, is dumber in the world today than Britain. And guess what? America, the Republicans are pushing for this same kind of mindset kind of thing. Alright? Dumb enough to choose American style healthcare and media over the NHS and BBC. Painfully, tragically, stupid enough to scapegoat its best friend and largest trading partner for the mistakes its own government made and then break up with its friend instead of elect a better government. There it is. I've said it in so many other videos. Okay? They just let this past election. Alright? Instead of elect a better government, plugging itself into economic ruin, unemployment, poverty, scarcity, shortage that will last decades and generations. And as I'm reading this, I'm thinking that family is still receiving the taxpayers' money. Okay, Gordon Brown wasn't kidding when he said Britain becoming a failing state. So what made it one? Well, you saw it on TV that Meghan Markle encounter had to go through. The old toxic attitude of hate, arrogant, we're better than you-ness, selfishness, supremacy, racism, bigotry. They hated Meghan Markle and they hated Europe. So who do they like? The answer is nobody. They think they're better than everyone else and deserve to rule them. That is funny. All that stuff left over from imperialism, from being an empire. But Britain doesn't own the world anymore. It doesn't even own a lot of Britain. Arab and Chinese do. Okay, it's not even empire. Remember one of those tweets that a video, I don't know if I deleted it because of the information that wasn't there and they red flagged me, where that I believe a byline investigator journalist was talking how Britain is help guiding and protecting one of those Arab what's that country again? A dictator or something in one of those Arabian countries. Okay, it's not an empire, and that old mentality, those attitudes of hate, supremacy, arrogance in this day and age, all they do is lead to self-destruction. All right, this is one of the comments that I saw where you don't know how empire falls so hard. Okay, supremacy, which is what nationalism is really about, led Britain to implosion so fast and so complete that even its own former prime minister are horrified, baffled, and stunned. Oh, and by the way, the government still has a double-digit lead. Wow, nothing's going to change anytime soon, maybe ever. The nationalism, this is where they throw the hate, the racism bait here. All right, that is clouding their mind. The hate is deep down. My goodness. Okay, the nationalism, its ugliness, hate, racism, there it is, selfishness, greed, toxicity, and wrecked Britain is here to stay. It's people haven't learned a thing. As I'm reading this, I'm remembering that 17-year-old who wrote on one of those videos that I share with you that the government is not looking for out for his generation and stuff like that. Okay, and also in one of my comments, and which I can't even find, is that they wanting to what is it? Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. All right. Okay, never mind. Okay, that should be a lesson to the world, a tragic, maybe funny, maybe fitting one. See the sad, strange, stupid tale of the world's dumbest country. It used to be one of the world's best places to live, and it's destroying itself in just 20 years so completely that it will never be remotely the same again. Learn that story well. Don't ever repeat it. That's March 2021. Yeah, and you see the Republican are pushing for this. Okay, the Republican are pushing for this in the country, in the US. All right, so yeah, I read these already. Wow. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Next. Okay, so most of this that in that article, I'm not how do you call this? I'm not surprised. Okay, now Dr. Biden is being blamed for what exactly? This tweet is unavailable. So they were blaming Dr. Biden for carrying stupidness, I guess. All right, so the tweet is not available. If every woman who comes around K, okay, is being blamed for Keane being inadequate, then maybe Keane is the problem. It can be that it's okay, that it's always the woman who are wrong, leaving K blameless. At some point, she has to evaluate herself. That fits into that thing, the article that I just read. Okay, it used to be the York sisters and people suppose, but now it's those liberal American women. Okay, let's see here. Let me read the 6th comment here. All right, what's the original tweet? The deranged black me. Okay, so they deleted it. It's not available anymore. So there it is. People take a screenshot. I'm sorry, but I think Jill Biden was rude and dismissive, whilst Catherine was warm and trying to welcome her. Okay, the OC does not enjoy center stage. What? Duchess of Cambridge? Then she want the spotlight? There's one video that I have where I put the spotlight on her. Let's look at it. Back. Now that I cannot see the comment. Alright, there's a video that I have. I put the spotlight on her. Where is it? Right here. It's coming on June 18. Then she want the spotlight? Oh my god. Duchess of Cambridge does not enjoy center stage. She rather other take the limelight. What? Limelight, but she is poised and well-spoken. Body language show Jill Biden doesn't like her. What? Where do they come from this? Then they want the spotlight. This is why Harry and Meghan left and give them the spotlight. It's funny that this is saying that she doesn't want the limelight. Give me a break. Oh my god. Let's see. Okay, I'm glad that There's the squad laughing. Okay, I would have even cared about her speaking struggles if other women who excel at it weren't being torn down to prop her up. Exactly. Alright, anyone that can speak right smart is a problem, and they are criticized because they happen to be around Kate. UK is indeed enemy of success and growth. Again, that fits into that last article that I just read. Okay, Camilla, so was it? Kate get paid handsomely as a member of the royal family. It is not good enough to say she feels uncomfortable. She has to get comfortable, otherwise she will look inept meeting and speaking with very intelligent, knowledgeable ladies like Jill Biden. Meghan can, so she can. It's the job. Okay, Camilla and Sophie also can. Nobody can accuse them of seeking the limelight. They know that part of good manners is being prepared. Okay, I was wondering when the body language expert will present their findings. We all saw what we saw and heard what we heard. Dr. Jill is being blamed for Miss Mumble embarrassing failure. British media and minions were still spinning and trying to convince everyone that Kate is, in fact, is not embarrassing and ignorant. I advise being quiet. Maybe the issue will go away. It isn't rocket scientists. Oh my goodness. Okay, these heifers cannot handle the smoke. Oh, right, she blacked her. I don't even bother following any of them. The squad bring me the best tweet on my timeline. Let's see here. Now, wait a minute. I thought the messaging is that Jill Biden and Kenny are besties and Meghan Markle is seating. Okay, gotta make sure those Kennets stay on script and ignore their lying eyes next time. Okay, excuses. For someone who will eventually become consort to the king, there are certainly a loss of excuse for ineptitude. Okay, the American women are mean to Kate. All you want to do is work. Being articulate, intelligent, educate, and prepared, shame on her. That's why Jill Biden had all her book and question to ask, and then next thing you know, that's it. Meeting is in. Alright, let's see here. Disappointing that none of the royal mentioned Grenfell yesterday. 72 people died as the result of HM government negligent with social housing. They should have posted a remembrance to the victim, in my opinion. So I saw this because at one point I remember talking about the fire, and I threw in my expertise based on my architecture thing, and I remember talking about the building and party wall and all of that in terms of how to prevent fire from spreading from one apartment to the next. Okay, there have to be some separation between fire rated separation between unit, and I didn't know exactly what went on, but when I saw this, that crossed my mind. Let's see here. 25 comment. Yep, US president are required to mention the victim of mass attacks that have happened in the past 20 years. Columbine, for example. I remember exactly where I was when Columbine was. I was doing my babysitting job when I saw that happen. My goodness. And our news, and it was during the school day, so okay, news had coverage over the Pulse nightclub shooting on its anniversaries. In fact, we still remember Pearl Harbor. I don't know about the UK. Okay, thought about Miss Angela Scott. Okay, probably because doing so will cause everyone to remember all the Meghan's sincere, selfless act, how much the Hub ladies love her, her first bestseller book, all the money she's raised, and all of that Kate and William mediocrity. Okay, lukewarm, effort, dismissal, result, and patronage closures. A picture of the victims with a caption along the line of "We remember" will have sufficed, and there will be no mention or association of Meghan. Right, the royal family don't sympathize with anyone. If you see them posting anything in solidarity with minorities, example the racism and soccer thing, it's all performative allyship. It's for click and likes. Hopefully people open their eyes and see them for who they are. I'm actually surprised because initially they were lining up to support Grenfell. as I am, I appreciate Harry and Meghan doing it, but they are not working royals. William literally wishes the England team well on their games this week, but nobody thought to put up a remembrance when it's literally been all over London, the news and social media. So let's see. Archwell did actually, and they are still royal. No working royals mentioned, and it included the Queen. Okay, I actually read the Archwell website, and it's what reminded me that the actually working royals said nothing. Even though it dominated the news yesterday with tribute being put up across the country. I mean, I need to check on the Archwell website more often. Usually after I do the recording, the last little minutes that I have is edit as soon as I can, because I don't want them to pile up. Once they pile up, I'm not interested in editing them anymore. So by the time I finish edit, I'm exhausted. I don't even want to do anything anymore. I'll probably just laying back and do schoolwork with my kids and stuff. Like yesterday, after I did my walk, I took my son for a walk too, and we had a nice little time. Okay, the sea of people, it's no wonder the palace were and are shaking in their boots. You don't get crowds such as this for everyday bland royal visit, so it will always be a mystery as to why the royal family let two assets slip through their grubbing figures. Can't accuse them of foresight. Okay, thinking about Meghan's visit the University of London in 2019 and how much support she received. Wow, people everywhere. Oh my God. I mean, I've seen this before. I think I've seen pictures of people who were in the in those I think classroom or desk, their office, standing on desk to watch. I remember seeing that. Okay, there's this. Yep, there they are again. Everyone is waiting for Meghan. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You could see that remind me of Princess Diana after doing her amazing work and all of that. When she goes in the palace, she goes in a room by herself. Nobody thanked her. I mean, these people are freaking stupid. They don't see all this stuff is for their own benefit. For their benefit. Jeez, well, self-destruction. That's all. Thank God Harry and Meghan left. Look at this. And then she takes the time to greet a lot of people and stuff like that. Like in yesterday's video where someone posted a video of when she was, I believe, in Australia, when she get into the farm, and then there were some people standing on the side. She made the car stop to greet them and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't a lot of people. I'm sure the security people were like, oh my God, this is nightmare. We don't know who's who. So but she stopped to say hi to the kids, took their flowers and all of that. My goodness, this is people who thoughtful and all of that. My goodness. All right, let's see, there's 4 comments here. Okay, LOL. Let's see, Kate, Sophie, and Camilla go to the same place. I bet they won't even attract a crowd of 200 people. Okay, they, all right. Right here, I bet they won't. Okay, that's where she fixed that. Okay, Meghan is too good for these inbred races. They are all beneath her, including Betty. Okay, sheer jealousy. Charles can handle a family member being more popular than him. William came along being taught that Harry was beneath him and his scapegoat. Britain will not be in the political mess had Harry and Meghan been accepted as equals. Big, huge mistake, royal family and British government. Yep. Again, that falls in the same thing that happened and with how do they call this? The article that I just read. Okay, you obviously haven't been around much. Say what you like about the British monarchy popularity. It has never nor will ever need anyone. Don't get it? Okay, if you say so. That's why that article fits perfectly for your comment. Self-destruction, the dumbest country. Okay, who is talking about monarchy popularity or not? I am not even concerned with that. I'm just responding to your uninformed post about the Queen not hiding her money and other. Okay, there was more to that. And other heads of state, while the UK PM is a corrupt politician. All right. let's see here. Next tweet. Okay, I did this already. Okay, the most important 18 seconds. I did this already. Hello all, this might be a long thread, but I hope you will allow me a moment, a time to share this. As some of you know, I didn't even, okay, I think I read that also. All right, am I going, okay, so I'm going back to some of the things that I did. All right, let's start from bottom. Okay, let's start from this. Okay, that. Okay. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so many things that I bookmarked, but let's do this one and then go up. Okay, the nerve of Roland Garros to disrespect Naomi only to hand out trophies that look like a baking pan. I'm not gonna go in the comment, it's just funny reading that. All right, this is the trophy. Oh my goodness, unbelievable. I haven't followed the thing here. Next one. We are repeatedly asked to believe that a woman nicknamed made a bum because of her habit of mooning people who walk in a fashion show, and this gets up, is apparently so shy she can't greet people in public without notes. Sheesh. Alright, let's look at this. She was able to do this, but she can't speak in public. I mean, her ass should have been sitting in the classroom and learned some shit, and she was chasing that. Now that she got it, she can't even handle it. Let's see what some people say. The fact that the designer made this as a skirt and she chose it to wear it as a dress. There was a slip under the skirt that Kate didn't use. No wonder why she had to get half naked to get Will to finally notice her. Okay, I think one of the tweet that I read earlier, that make sure they come with other qualification, something like that, instead of being like to become to make babies or something like that. That's not the way the tweet went, but something like that. Okay, no wonder why she had get half naked to get Will to finally notice her. Okay, she had no choice. She was going around telling people she was his girlfriend when she wasn't. Oh my god, it wasn't a last ditch effort to get his attention. Oh my lord. The fact William started to see her as seductive when she was half naked in front of him is really not a compliment for Kate. Okay, also this is not a dress, it was a skirt, and she decided to use it as a dress to show her underwear. Classy as ever. She was 18 and in uni, a charity catwalk for a friend, and that's when William spotted her. I personally, it's cute and come on when we are in our late teens. We do daft things like this. People are just trying to find fault with her. No, because you guys find every little thing wrong with Meghan. Okay? Important stuff that she does. You imagine if Meghan were to do this. Oh my god, hell will break loose. This will never stop. To say this is how Meghan get Harry's attention. Can you imagine this? My goodness, she bring that on her own. Okay, they never put a foot wrong Duchess clown. The never of the Derangers to call her dimmer when she was literally passed around in his circle and slept willingly with whoever was close to him. What? She was famous for being discreet. What the hell? She was his Camilla. He married her because he did not want to be like his dad. He married his mistress. What? What is that? His dad led Diana to her death because of her, and nothing comes out of it. We all know that. Body royals. Okay, what is this? Ups. Oh, dear Lord Jesus. The nonsense. The nonsense. So this is what she was doing. So now we could see why when she's meeting world leaders, she can't do shit, because this is what she was doing instead of focusing on school. Steamy Williams was watching when Kate modeled on catwalk at student fashion show with Fergus Boyd, both flatmates of the prince at St. Andrews. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me move on. Let me not waste on this ignorant thing. Alright, this one was funny for those who love Guy. Alright, so there was a tweet about him. Has anyone checked on Guy's welfare? Poor thing must be thinking what the mathematics is going on from just being him and Meghan to a whole brood. Thought and prayers for Guy. So So when it was just him and Meghan, look at him, okay? It was Meghan's world, okay? So now there's Archie. First there was Harry, then Archie, now baby girl Sussex. A little bit. There's 4 comments in here. Okay, guy was in the Archie video on the beach and has a dog brother Pula. I even on my intro, I even put it where he's saying something. I forgot what I said. What about me and whatever. But yeah, he's really Meghan's dog. You could see how he waited as Meghan was playing with Archie and everything. My goodness. Okay, guy appreciate post. Okay, spoiled dog. My son, actually today is his birthday. I think I said it already. He wants a dog. We can't give him a dog. One of my my sister-in-law dog, they had to put him down because he they had him for almost since I've known them. The dog was around. All right, there were some issues, health issues. They put him down, and when my husband told me about it, and I said, can I tell the kids so that way when they go and they're asking for the dog and the dog is not there. So we told them the dog died, and my youngest was sad. And this is why I don't want to get the animal. Not only that, but because we live in an apartment. It's going to be too much work. Okay, yes, thank you. Guy calling Bogart in Canada to give update on the arrival of yet another housemate. There's no squad. At this point, it's above him. Knowing him, he is the one taking care of his baby sis, sitting on the rocking chair and doing night watch. Carefree guy. Yes. He must be over it. Okay, I know he was like, I barely let that ginger stay here. Now here y'all go bringing these tiny folks up in this house. He was too accommodating, and now he's thinking, I won't be next time. It won't be next time. Oh yeah, I won't be next time. Okay, poor guy. Okay, poor guy. Okay, guy should be the only member of the House of Sussex to have social. Okay, guy and Archie are rolling around in the grass in the backyard. Yep, they're probably just playing. Alright, let's see your next tweet. Okay, I won't go to all of the comments. 2 hours is almost up. All of the Queen's grandchildren except for William have started a joint outside business venture. Why, especially after William's line was secure, was there so much outrage that Harry did the same thing? Okay, I'll read some of the comments. William does too. You just don't know about them. The Middleton provide wonderful cover. Okay, true. The only person they didn't want to have any business venture is Harry. A true spare should only ever depend on the heir for substance. What a wicked system. Harry is a free man now. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, because Harry's charisma far outweighed his brothers. Add Meghan to that mix, you have a dynamic duo that appeals to the diverse group of people that William and Kate can't reach. Okay, they also do meet and greet as well. We're celebrities, and it pays to have tea or lunch with them. True, but to be fair, I think the money raised is supposed to go into their foundation. Okay, I remember reading that at Will's wedding, their harp player was late or something. Will's friend said that Will said that if she didn't show up, Harry will play. Okay, what puzzled me was that it was a friend of Will's that told the story. Wow. But this story answers your question. What if the person then show up? Harry will do it. So that was his go-to thing when things don't go his way. So Harry will be the one. Wow, that must have been a really shocker to see when Harry stepped out of that. My goodness. I remember there was one interview. Not the engagement interview. It was they were talking about the Santa Bali and kind of that, and Harry said, if you ask me to dance, I'll dance as long as you bring attention to the cause. And then the other part here was during the engagement when Harry said something out of his mouth as a joking way, you'll dance or something like that, or sing or something like that, and Meghan was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. All right, I mean, Meghan is sharp to catch those kind of things, because not only he married a biracial American, but he left his duty as the heir's punching bag. Bill was the strategy responsible brother, and Harry will be the comic relief to perk things up. Okay, after this one, that said, every family got problem, okay, and they thank God every day. If they believe in Him, that they're not in the spotlight and don't have to answer question from the press. All right, 2 hours is almost up. I want to do this one. All right, royals and politicians came to Greenfield with endless thought and prayers. Meghan Markle, she gave them more than hope. She empowered the women at Hub Kitchen to raise above their circumstances. Today, they aren't just survivors, they are thriving. Thank you for the leadership, Meghan. All right, there's 19 comments. Let's look at the picture. That's a nice picture. I'll put that in front page. Okay, let's look at some exactly, and that is the how you tell a real genuine humanitarian from a well-wisher. Meghan is the real deal, and the shallow ones hate her for it. So she made a meal with them. I dare say they could have all cooked before. She have been better at looking into getting them way home at a roof over their heads. Made a meal with them. She spearheaded a whole best-selling cookbook. These people probably don't know, just wanna hate. Okay, cookbook, for which she also wrote the foreword because of what Meghan did. The Hub Kitchen went from being open 2 days to 7 days per week, widened Kensington Palace, British Press, Clarence House, the people and the empty room they have all over Britain. Okay, where you been this whole time? Okay. An active warrior who made a difference was too much because she wasn't the color they elevate. Meghan was amazing princess to people in need. Thankfully, she refused to be 50% less of herself as the royal family asked. Exactly, she didn't go there empty platitude. She saw a problem and devised a solution that is still paying off 2 years later. Wow. Nor did the other royals will help rebuild the boxing center and work to help, especially the net, after seeing that the emergency response was below par. Wow. People are eating to this day because Harry married Meghan. Greenfield anniversary. Wow. So now I'm understanding it more now from the other tweet. Thank you for about the only nice word I've read about Meghan. Wow, just kind. Duchess of Solution. Meghan's get shit done. Meghan's nickname. Amen. Okay. So I'm gonna stop. Otherwise, the thing is gonna stop by itself. It's gonna throw it off. All right. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to support this channel, I have a link in the description for PayPal for you to donate. And thanks to those who have already donated. And thank you.